Happy Monday. Thank you for joining me for this week's Unlocking the Magic of Leadership. Now, as we get ready to go into the holiday week, if you're in the United States, as we get ready to go into the holiday week, I wanted to spend some time this week talking about the science of gratitude. Now, gratitude is really impactful, not just to us, but to the way that we move through the world. And what I mean by this, when I was doing research for my book in the Manage Yourself section, I had a conversation with a neuroscientist from Brigham Young University. We were discussing how our brains operate. And she said that our brain's primary function is to keep us alive. That's it. That's what it does. It keeps us alive. At the end of the day, if we're still alive, it's a good day. And if we think about it, way back in the day, when we lived in caves, coming out of a cave, we're like,
oh snap, saber-tooth tiger.
If I do something and it works, I live. My brain's like, yes, well done. Do that again next time. If I do something and it doesn't work, I die. And it doesn't matter anymore. So it's very easy yes or no situations. But in today's world, we don't have black and white situations like that. We have small moments of consistent irritation or frustration that leaves our brain in a constant state of looking for danger. It's why many of us, if you ask, do you feel like this is a safe time in history? We say no. I know, me personally, there's a lot of times where it feels like we're at the opening credits of an apocalyptic movie. Like, I struggle in a big way with this. But if you look at the research and the science behind it, we're in the safest time in history. If we're in the safest time, why doesn't it feel that way? It's because our brain is wired to find those moments of anxiety-inducing struggle. Gratitude is the antidote to that. And what I mean is, if our brain is, we walk out of the house and our brain's like, what's wrong, constantly looking for those moments of just, oh my God, then gratitude retrains our brain, instead of looking for moments of fear, to look for moments of light. So I heard at one time that we've all heard of being triggered. Instead of being triggered, instead of looking for trigger moments, we're looking for glimmer moments. And when we are actively seeking moments to be thankful for, not the big stuff, just the little stuff. I went to work today and there was no traffic. I walked outside and it was a beautiful day. I got a flat tire, but you know what? It was a gorgeous day. There was no rain and it was right across the street from the tire place. I have to have a flat tire. That's the way that I want to have a flat tire. I got in a fight with my husband, but the conversation that we ended up having after the fight was really good. And now we feel even more connected. When we're able to start looking for those moments of positivity, our brains rewire themselves to see those glimmer moments. When I was working at Disney, I was struggling with frustration, and I had a leader that said,
Hey, looks like you're losing your pixie dust. You good?
And I was like, yeah, I'm fine. But then I realized I wasn't fine. It had become just a job. And just like all jobs, you get to that moment where you're like,
Am I really doing what I should be doing with my life?
And I expressed this to my leader, and she said, every day, I want you to say 3 things that you're grateful for. And the next day, I want you to say 3 things. The next day, 3 things. And I want them to all be different. I was like, all right, fine. For the first month, it wasn't hard. Second month got a little more complicated. Third month, it was brutal. But I realized that I had created a new habit when I was walking up to work at the Wilderness Lodge Resort, which if you've been there, you know it is an absolutely stunning hotel. I was walking up, it was a crystal clear blue sky. And I said, thank you. Thank you for this day. Thank you for this view. And thank you for allowing me the opportunity to be a cast member with Disney. I was looking for those glimmer moments. It had, in the beginning, been intentional. Now it was happening unintentionally. Gratitude can rewire your brain. It can have incredible physical impacts around you. It allows you to feel more control over your life. It increases happiness, it improves relationships, it improves sleep, it improves your ability to say no to things that maybe you want to say no to, but you've been struggling, or to say yes to things that you want to say yes to. So maybe you say no to the Diet Dr. Pepper after work. Yes, I'm talking to me on that one. Maybe you say yes to the walk with your kid or your loved one. Gratitude has the ability to do all of these things. So as you go into this holiday season, find your moments of gratitude. I challenge you at the end of the day, if you're a journaler, journal it. If you are not a journaler, just put it up to the universe like I do. Find 3 things that you're grateful for. Tomorrow, find 3 different things and keep doing it until at the end of every night, you can't help but to say 3 things that you were thankful for. I promise you, you'll feel the difference. All right. I am grateful for each of you. Thank you for being along with me on this journey, and have an absolutely amazing and safe holiday week. Don't forget, even being surrounded by family and turkeys and all of the things that we got going on, you got this. I'll see you next week.